Hi, everybody. Welcome to English 11. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about claims and evidence. So, claim is, as we've talked about before, claim is a statement that you make, usually has a position, sometimes even controversial. So, a claim could be something as simple as saying that chocolate is better than vanilla, or a claim could be as politically charged as what kind of healthcare we should use. And then the evidence is the support that you provide for your answer. So what is that evidence that you are giving to say, hey, this is true? It could be something like, hey, chocolate is better than vanilla. That's your claim. And then your evidence could be something like, chocolate is healthier than vanilla because it has antioxidants. That would be an example of evidence. So go ahead and open your school emails and you'll see a couple of documents from me. You should see a word bank as well as a transcript of the video that we're going to watch today. We're going to watch a quick clip from a debate and look at the claims and the evidence that these two men provide. So go ahead and open up the word bank to start out with. Let me just go ahead and pull that up for us. You should have this in yours as well. So the word bank, we've got a couple of key phrases that we're going to hear when we watch our debate. Things like private, things like healthcare, beneficiaries, universal healthcare, private insurance. These are things that you're going to be hearing thrown around a lot during this debate. And we want to make sure that we know what they're talking about. Okay, so you guys can reference this word bank, pull it up on the side so that you know what they're talking about. Also, if you forget what claims and evidence is, claim or assertion of truth of something, typically something that's disputed, and then evidence is the available body of facts, okay? So the evidence supports the claim. You need to have good, reliable evidence if your claim is going to be considered true, okay? So you can have that word bank open. I also encourage you guys to pull up your transcript of the debate if you would like to read along as we watch this debate clip. Now, just a reminder, these fun folks that are going to be giving a debate today, you don't necessarily have to agree with them. I don't necessarily agree with everything these folks say, but we can still analyze whether somebody is making a claim that is well supported, whether or not we agree with the claim itself. Okay? So when we watch political debates, this is not for us to argue whether or not one person should be president or not, but we're going to look at how well they make these claims and how well the evidence is supported. All right, so go ahead and pull up that transcript. We're going to watch this video and then we're going to have a quiz afterwards, just a really quick, easy quiz to see if you guys can point out what claims are being made and what evidence is being used to support that claim. All right, so we're going to go ahead and watch a video clip from a 2020 Democratic primary debate where they're going to be talking about healthcare and private insurance. Okay?
Let's start the debate with the number one issue for Democratic voters, healthcare. And Senator Sanders, let's start with you. You support Medicare for all, which would eventually take private health insurance away from more than 150 million Americans in exchange for government-sponsored healthcare for everyone. Congressman Delaney just referred to it as bad policy, and previously he has called the idea political suicide that will just get President Trump reelected. What do you say to Congressman Delaney?
You're wrong. Right now, we have a dysfunctional healthcare system, 87 million uninsured or underinsured, 500,000 Americans every year going bankrupt because of medical bills, 30,000 people dying while the healthcare industry makes tens of billions of dollars in profit. 5 minutes away from here, John, is a country. It's called Canada. They guarantee healthcare to every man, woman, and child as a human right. They spend half of what we spend. And by the way, when you end up in a hospital in Canada, you come out with no bill at all. Healthcare is a human right, not a privilege. I believe that. I will fight for that.
Thank you, Senator Sanders. Congressman Delaney?
Well, I'm right about this. We can create a universal healthcare system to give everyone basic healthcare for free, and I have a proposal to do it. But we don't have to go around and be the party of subtraction and telling half the country who has private health insurance that their health insurance is illegal. My dad, the union electrician, loved the health care he got from the IBEW. He would never want someone to take that away. Half of Medicare beneficiaries now have Medicare Advantage, which is private insurance, or supplemental plans. It's also bad policy. It'll underfund the industry. Many hospitals will close, and it's bad policy.
Senator Sanders,
My name was also mentioned in this.
We're going to come to you in 1 second, but let me go to Senator Sanders right now. Senator Sanders?
The fact of the matter is, tens of millions of people lose their health insurance every single year when they change jobs, when their employer changes that insurance. If you want stability in the healthcare system, if you want a system which gives you freedom of choice with regard to doctor or hospital, which is a system which will not bankrupt you, the answer is to get rid of the profiteering of the drug companies and the insurance companies who goes to Medicare for all.
But now he's talking about a different issue.
Oh, right. So if you guys want to go ahead and pull up that transcript so you can have it to reference, we're going to go ahead and look at our quiz. So I've just sent you a quiz link in your school email. So if you want to go ahead and pull that up. And I'm actually going to walk you guys through it. So go ahead and pull that up in an extra tab. And if you guys want to do it along with me, we can do that. So make sure that you enter your name and your class time so I can keep track of you guys. If you do not put your name on your quiz, you will not get credit. So make sure that you put your name in this section. So the first question is, what does Bernie Sanders believe about healthcare? Okay, I've given you four options. I want you guys to pick which one best fits what Bernie Sanders believes about healthcare. 1, Medicare should be for all Americans. The poor should have access to Medicare. Canadians should have access to Medicare. Healthcare is a privilege. Which one of those best fits the main claim that Bernie Sanders is trying to make? Okay. Next one. What does John Delaney believe about healthcare? Medicare should be for all Americans. Americans should have access to Medicare, but should have the option to keep private insurance. American healthcare should be modeled after Canadian healthcare. Or he agrees with Bernie Sanders. Go ahead and select which one you think best fits the claim that John Delaney is making about healthcare. And remember, if you're confused about healthcare, beneficiaries, all those terms, you can access the word bank. Okay, this next one, we have a bunch of different pieces of evidence. What are Bernie Sanders' reasons for supporting universal healthcare? Select all pieces of evidence that Sanders uses to support his claim. So not just one, any piece of evidence that Bernie Sanders uses to back up his claim, I would like you to select, okay? Healthcare is a privilege. Tens of millions of people lose their health insurance each year. Private insurance has many advantages. Universal healthcare works in Canada. He prefers the United States to operate more like Canada. Which one of those are pieces of evidence that he uses to back up the claim that he makes earlier? All right, and the last question is, based on this short clip, does Bernie Sanders make a good argument in your opinion? Does he support his claim with evidence? So regardless of whether or not you'd agree, do you think he's making a good argument? Do you think he's backing up his claim? Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to answer those questions and submit your Google form, all right? Make sure you take your time with it. If you need to go back and reference the transcript that I've sent you guys, feel free to do that and take your time, okay? We're gonna go ahead and after you submit that, we'll move on to the next activity.